This is always a great opportunity just to kind of start our connection to really kind of what's going on in our day, our lives, our bodies. And sometimes, we just notice sticky places, so we get to them with the breath. We'll get to them physically as well. And the breath is the one connection that stays with us throughout the practice. So while the physical poses change, the asana, the breath remains the same. So as your arms, if they're outstretched, they stretch forward, the hips stretch back, or you can have your arms by your side if this morning is a little tricky for your arms and back. Breathe in deep in the space and empty out, let everything go. So slow down your mind, slow down your breath, slow down. Just slow down. There's no rush. Breathe across the back and up and down the spine. So, northeast, southwest. Walk your right hand a little bit more to the right side and a little bit forward. Just a little bit. And then take your left arm and place it underneath the right arm with the palm up, back of the head towards the floor. So it's just a little bit of a wider arm, child's pose, and threading the needle. Take a breath here. Empty the breath and walk both hands forward. Reach out, come up off of your heels and just gently tuck your chin chest to the floor, puppy dog. Melt your heart towards the floor. Exhaling back to your heels. Walk your left arm to the left and forward a little bit more. Take your right arm under your left, turn the palm up, back of the head, perhaps shoulders to the floor. Filling up space in the body with prana, energy, life force, breath. Inhale, bring both arms out in front of you once again. Lift your hips up off your heels, drop chin and chest to the floor. And then keep your forearms on the floor as you shift your body forward. So elbows are under shoulders. You're in a forearm tabletop. Round your spine here, push the earth away. As you do that, straighten your arms. As you inhale, lower your arms and arch your back. So cat-cow on the forearms and off the forearms. Round the spine, arms come up. Exhale, arch the spine, arms come down, heart lifts. 2 more times. Round the spine, palms down, tailbone tucks. Inhale, arch the back, dip the belly. Let's come back into the cat pose. So round your spine. Take your right arm under your left again, and this time find a little bit more space as the back of the head touches the earth. And maybe your left arm comes behind you. Some of you might want to lift your left leg. Or take it to the side. You choose. Another breath. If you're bound, release it. If your leg is in the air, bring it down. Take your arms in front of you. So your hips are high, your arms are out. Left arm comes under right, back of the head, top of the shoulder, down. Take the right arm to bind or keep it out. Right leg can come up in the air or to the side. So you decide. One more breath. Release the bind, arm up. Right arm out, left arm out. Back into your big puppy dog. And then walk your hands back under your shoulders, round your spine, tuck your tailbone. Arch your back. Step your right leg out to the right side, toes point forward. Bring your hands to your hips, back foot, top of the foot, shin down on the floor. And reach your arms out shoulder height. Reach your fingers in two directions. So think about reaching to the top of the head, down through the tailbone, and out the fingertips side to side. Breathe, tall. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, release thumb and forefinger. Exhale, lean to your left side. Inhale back to center, exhale to your right side. Spin your heart open. Inhale back to center, exhale left. Inhale back to center, exhale right. Inhale all the way back to center, lift your heart. Release your hands, walk them forward like a puppy dog, and perhaps you want to sit towards your left heel. Nice stretch of the groin, turn the toes forward if possible. If this is too much, just go as far as your body wants you to go. Some of you might sit on your heels, some of you might not get that far. One more breath. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Come to tabletop with your right leg behind, or out to the side. Now take it behind you. Tuck it over to the left side, draw your left hip in. Good. So keep pulling your left hip towards the midline, heart forward. One more breath. Inhale back to center, right foot on the floor. Tuck your left toes behind you, find a downward facing dog. Chest to the thighs, head down. Reach up on your tippy toes. Exhale, heels towards the earth. Inhale on your tippy toes. Shift your weight forward, high plank. Resist the earth, look forward. Good. Bring your knees to the earth and lower your top chest down to the floor. Low cobra, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your heart. One more time, low cobra, hips stay down. And exhale, push back to your heels, tuck your toes, sit all the way back. Inhale to all fours. Step your left foot to the left side, toes point forward. Inhale, rise, hands on hips. Square up your shoulders and hips. So this just kind of helps us get into that position. Reach your arms up overhead. Inhale. Interlace your fingers, perhaps one finger over. Feels a little weird. And this time we're just going to make circles. Right to left or left to right, whatever you have. Biceps stay by the ears. Finding some motion in the torso. And then reverse that. Come back to your center. Lift your heart. Exhale, hinge forward. Arms reach forward. Walk them out. And then push your hips towards your right heel. Hips may stay high, they may go low. It's all dependent on you and your body. Breathe into the sides of the body. Breathe in, out. Inhale, walk the hands back under the shoulders. Take your left foot over to the right side, tuck your toes, and then draw your right hip to center. Good. And then just work on pulling the hips towards each other. You can walk your arms out a little further if that feels good to you. And just get a really nice deep stretch in your left outer hip. Hands back if they walked out. And exhale, left leg back behind you. Toes tuck under. Leg is active. Right leg tucks under. Downward facing dog. Lift up high on your tippy toes. Engage your quadricep muscles. Shift into a high plank. Look forward. And either bend your knees or go down with a straight leg halfway. Roll over your toes, upward dog, and meet in downward facing dog. Again, breathe side to side, top and bottom. tippy toes, bend your knees. Take little steps to walk your feet to the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Release your hands in between your 2 feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And fold your body in half. Take your arms, bring them behind your back, interlace your fingers, palms together, and knuckles lift up and over your head. Bend your knees as much as you need to, head down. Send your weight a little bit forward into the balls of your feet. Using the strength of your arms to pull you up, press through your heels, rise up to standing. When you get up to the top, knuckles down, heart lifts. And then release your arms, roll your shoulders back. Ground your feet, take a breath in as the arms inhale over your head. Interlace your fingers all the way to the sky. Exhale, right side. Release your right arm. Press it across your body to the left side. Left palm overhead. Beautiful. Inhale, come on back up to center. Interlace your fingers the other way. Exhale, arms up and over to the left side. Release your left arm. Press it across the body. Flip your right arm over. Good. Inhale, return. Arms up to the sky. Exhale, open the arms, fold, hands on floor, shins or blocks. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your hips, rise up to stand. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer, bring your arms down by your side, press your palms open, spread your fingers. Lift your knees up, engage your quadriceps, tuck your tailbone. Press all the toes down evenly, big toe, little toe, ball of the foot, and heel. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold in half, bend your knees as much as you need. Head to shins, look forward, inhale. Exhale, right leg steps back. Right knee comes to the floor. Inhale, bring your arms over your head. Hands can touch, they don't have to touch. Shoulders down, ribs down. So pull your tailbone underneath you. Lift your belly off of your thighs. So get away from that little crease right at your hip. Lift your heart up. Exhale, hands to the floor or block. Straighten your front leg. Square your hips. Big toe up or down, you choose. Hold over your leg. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Tuck your toes underneath you. Lift the back leg off the floor and keep your hips low. Chest over your thighs, but not on it. Release your arms by your side. Hold on with the strength of the left leg. Right leg is strong. Lift your heart, rise up, crescent lunge. Inhale and exhale. Sink a little bit lower. The back knee can be bent a lot or a little. Inhale, ribs tuck underneath you. Heart lifts, and on the exhaling breath, the hands come back as the leg straightens and fold over the straight leg. Arms behind you, head down. Balance to the best of your ability. Releasing the arms as high as they'll go. My front leg is a little bent. I'm tightening my hamstrings. It is what it is. Now release your arms. Right arm stays on the floor. Left arm comes up. Rebend your left knee, twist. Stack your shoulders. Breathe in and out. Hug your hips towards midline like we did when we had our leg kind of outstretched to the side. One more breath. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor, look forward. Step up to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. And then rise to stand, bring your arms overhead, bring your prayer to your heart, empty the breath. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back all the way. Lower your left knee to the floor. Sink into it. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. So try not to sit on top of our left kneecap, our patella, right? We want to press the top of the foot and shin down, though, to get some action into that thigh. Inhale, straighten your front leg and fold over it. So if you want to use your blocks, you can move them back a little bit. You can make them higher. And fold. Just take some breaths here. Don't be in a rush to go anywhere. Most of the work takes a little bit longer. One more breath. Rebend your front knee. Tuck your back toes underneath you. Try to lift the knee up without lifting the hips up. So think about just lifting the knee up and hugging everything close together. Rest your belly above your thigh. Your back leg is strong. And then lift your arms up and reach them back behind you. Palms facing the body. Really pressing into the right heel. Lift your heart and begin to rise up to Crescent Lunge. Inhale. Again, the arms don't have to touch. Depends on your shoulders. Ribs tuck down, tailbone tucks under, sink your hips low. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now straighten your front leg, interlace your fingers behind your back, and fold over your front leg. You can move your fingers one finger over if you're comfortable with that. Fold over. So you might be imbalanced, and that's okay. You can touch down, you can bring your knee down, or you can just back off a little bit till you feel a little bit more balanced. One more breath. Good. Release your hands to the floor. Rebend your front knee. Look forward. Step to the top of your mat, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your heart forward, rise to stand, bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale. I didn't do the twist. We'll do that, don't worry. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to floor or blocks. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step to a downward facing dog. Chest towards your thighs, head between your arms. Rise on your tippy toes. Stretch your right leg in the air. Look between your hands. Right foot steps forward. Left hand stays. Here, we'll put it in here. Right arm opens up, twist. Breathe. Exhale, right hand down. Rise to your fingertips. Once again, arms by your side, hovering your chest over your thighs. Inhale, reach up and over for your Crescent Lunge. Shoulders back and down, heart lifts, hips squared off. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Keep the arms there this time. Turn your back foot on its side. So your right toes are forward, your left toes are almost forward. And now your shoulders and hips are going to turn to the left. So put your hands now on your hips and adjust it so your hips are level. It's a little tricky sometimes. And then shorten your back foot in as much as you need to keep the hips level. Arms reach out to the side, fingertip to fingertip. Move your hips to your left, move your torso to your right, reach out. For triangle pose, use a block or hand on floor, shin, big toe. Good, nice, Veronica. Stack your shoulders, lift your heart up. And again, think about lifting away from the crease of your right hip. Knees are lifted nice and strong in your side body. Nice and strong through the legs, those are your foundations. Look down at your right toes. Inhale. Inhale, left arm comes down, right arm comes up. We're keeping both legs straight. Exhale, window down to face the front of your mat. Hands on floor or blocks. Lift your heart. Good. And once again, I'm going to keep the left hand down, right arm up. And then maybe straighten the right leg into a wide-legged pyramid pose. Or a twisted triangle, I should say. Breathe in, bring your shoulders to stack. Hips square in towards each other. One more breath. Beautiful. Exhale, hand down. Right knee bends. Step back to a downward dog, hips up in the air. Chest towards your thighs, just a dog. Enjoy it for now. Onto your tippy toes. Left foot steps through. Help it out if you need to. Right hand inside or on a block. Left arm up, open twist. Hug your hips towards center. Again, lifting your belly off your thigh. Try to keep your left thigh parallel to the floor. Good. Exhale, hands down. Hover with your arms by your side. Really put some energy in that back leg. And then inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, crescent lunge. Keep your ribs towards your hips. Reach your arms up, drop your shoulders down. Everything nice and strong. Without changing your arms, let's go ahead and straighten the front leg. Turn the back foot on its side. Turn to the right side of your mat. Release your hands to your hips. And then bring your back foot in a little bit and take your right hip and lower it down, left hip lift it up. So that your hip points are even as you can get them, right? Not for everybody. Reach the arms back out, shoulder height. Move your hips right, move your torso left for your triangle pose. Left hand on the inside, outside foot shin or block. Right arm over your shoulder. And here we want to find that movement, that rotation of the torso up and off your thigh, lifting out of that little crease here between your hip and your thigh. And breathe. Look down at your left toes. Inhale, reverse it with straight legs. Lift up and away from your back. Open up your heart. Inhale, come back, rebend your front knee, turn your back foot forward, right hand stays, left arm lifts up. You might want to block under your right hand. I'll use it. And then straighten your front leg. So it's like a wide-legged reverse triangle. Shoulders stack, breathe. One more. Exhale, hand down, rebend. Step back to a downward facing dog. Chest towards your thighs. With a straight leg and straight arm, rise up onto your toes. Shift forward. Hips come down, heart lifts up. Lift your chest. Everything is off the floor but your toes. Beautiful. Nice, Maxine. Downward dog, hips up. Inhale, look forward, right foot steps. Straighten your right leg, turn your back foot on its side. Hands to your hips, rise up to stand. Turn yourself to the left side. Open your arms, adjust your back hip, triangle pose. Right arm down, left arm up. Spin your heart. Knees lift. Exhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, with a straight but softly bent leg, turn yourself forward. Step your back foot in a little bit closer. Now you can straighten the front leg. Left hand on the inside or the outside of your right foot. Right hand to your sacrum. Lengthen and twist to the right side. Maybe the right arm comes up, and maybe you even look at it. Good. Twisted triangle pose. We shortened the stance. We did it a little bit earlier with the legs a little bit wider. Inhale, look down, hands on either side of your right leg. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, head to shin. Just allow your body to surrender over the right leg. Put some intention into your right big toe. Press it to the earth. One more breath. Inhale, bend your front knee, step back to a low lunge. Lower your back knee, your left knee to the floor. Release the toes and just sink your hips low. Stay here or kick your heel to your buttocks. Reach your right arm out in front of you and grab for your left foot. If you can't reach it, reach towards it. And then if you had to back up to get there, just shift a little bit forward so you're not on your knee again. And then what you do with your left arm, you can bring it forward, you can bring it to the floor. Anything that feels right for you today. I can't tell you how you're going to feel at any given day. We don't know. We don't know until we start moving. Give a little pull to the heel towards your buttocks. And then release it slowly. Straighten your front leg and fold over it again. Square your hips, pull right hip back, left hip forward, toes up or down, your choice. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Tuck your back toes under. Use your blocks or keep your hands on the floor. Shift your weight to your right leg and hover in a supported warrior three. So your hips are squared, your right knee is bent, your left leg is long. One more breath. Exhale, step it all the way back to a low lunge. Plant your palms, lift your right leg in the air, three-legged dog. Now shake it out. And then come back to center, 4 on the floor, downward dog. Stay here, or let's run through a vinyasa. Come forward to high plank. Bend your arms, go to your knees if you choose. Roll through, upward dog into downward facing dog. Breathe. Chest to your thighs, hips. Nice and just like a ripe piece of fruit hanging down. Look between your hands, step your left leg through. Straighten your left leg. Turn your back foot on its side. Walk your hands in and around, come up to standing. Facing the right side of your mat. Shorten your stance a bit. Adjust your hips, reach your arms out. Inhale. Hips pull back, torso reaches forward. Triangle pose. Lifting up the bottom side of the body. All the toes are firmly planted into the earth. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Lift the bottom side of your body up and in. Breathe. Look down at your left toes. Inhale, reverse this. Exhale, come back, soft bend in the knee, hands on the floor or blocks, step your back foot in a little closer, and then straighten the leg again. Right hand inside, outside, top of the foot shin of the left leg, left hand to your sacrum, lengthen your spine, and then twist to the left side. Left arm comes up, hug your hips towards center. Big toe presses down. Keep making the work, working through the spine, through the torso, opening your hearts. Inhale, fold over as you exhale, right over your left left leg. Bent knee, straight leg, whatever you got. Square off the hips. Let it go. Inhale.
Exercise rate closed.
And exhale. Thanks, Siri, giving me information. Inhale with a halfway lift. Bend your front knee. Step all the way back, low lunge. Lower your right knee to the floor. Send your weight a little forward so you're not on your right knee. Doing great, guys. Hang in there. Stay with this or kick your right heel to your butt. Left arm comes forward and perhaps it grabs the foot. Now, you may have to back off to get the foot and then just send it forward again so you're not sitting on your knee for that long. Right hand forward or on the floor or on the block. You choose. No one is better than the other. It's just where your body can go. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Good. If you're holding the foot, slowly release it. Straighten your front leg and fold back. Inhale, bend your front knee, slowly come out of it. Tuck your back toes underneath you. Hands on the floor or blocks, supported warrior 3. Hips are squared. Right leg is strong and long behind you. Left knee is bent. Breathe in. Exhale. And the right leg steps all the way back. Hands to the floor. Step into a 3-legged dog. Left leg in the air. And move it to your satisfaction. Step your left foot down, downward facing dog. Inhale on your toes. Exhale, high plank. Choose to go through with vinyasa or skip it, stay in dog, or even child's pose. Meet in down dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Soften your knees. Look underneath your nose and walk your feet up so it's about halfway up the mat. Inhale, hands to hips, lengthen your spine. Rise up to stand. Release your arms down by your side. Good. Inhale, tall. Exhale, deep. All toes firmly planted on the floor. Shift your weight to your left leg. Lift your right leg up. Flex the foot. Now open the hip. Place the foot above or below the knee. In for tree pose. Now, once you place your foot, hug your left hip really firmly in. Stand up nice and tall. If you want to cross the ankle, that's fine. Just make sure you're not, on a joint. Right leg up, hands in prayer. Maybe you extend your prayer arms up. Lengthen out of your rib cage. One more breath. And then bring your hands to your heart. Release your foot, but keep it up for a moment. Use some leg. Use some energy. Turn it forward. Float it back. Warrior 3. Good. Good. One more breath. Now take your left hand to the floor, right arm to the hip, half moon balance facing the right side of your room or your mat. Left hand can be on a block in front or on the side. So left hand is down, right leg is up. We're rotating. Yeah, you're good, guys. There you go, Veronica, you got it. Take a big breath. So one more breath in half moon. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Once again, square your hips like that warrior 3. And then bring your right knee behind your left knee and have a seat on the floor for a twist. So, if you need to straighten your bottom leg out, just go ahead and straighten it out. Right leg, left leg is crossed over. Hug your arms around your shin, lift your torso, inhale. Exhale. Release your left hand, place it behind you. Inhale, stretch your right arm up. And choose to hug, twist, or bind outside or around that left leg. As if you're pulling the knee to the right and the hip back and down. Just finding length in the spine. Don't worry about, shape so much. If your bottom leg is out, it's out. Who cares? Inhale. And exhale. Back to center, inhale. Hands to the floor on either side of your left leg. Come back up. Stand up into your standing split for a breath. And then fold, feet together. Forward fold, bend the knees and grab opposite elbows, hang. Sway. Plant your big toe, little toe, ball of the foot, heel of the foot down. Switch arms and fold. Inhale, release your hands, bring them to your hips. Rise up to stand. Good. Bring your feet a little closer. Take your hands and give your back a little massage. Just rub it around, fingers in either direction. Just lift up into a little extended spine. For some, it's a lot. So go where your body wants. Come back to center on the inhale. Send your weight to your right leg, lift your left leg up, balance. Open it out to the side, hug your right hip in, and then maybe help it out above or below the knee. Tree pose. So the tendency is to stick the right hip out a little bit. Draw it back to center. Nice, Maxine, breathe. Beautiful, guys. Good, Karen, Michelle, of course. Everybody looks great. Good. So turning the hip open, turning the toes down, wherever you are. Just make sure you're not on a joint, right? So not on your knee. Hug your hip in. And if you want to grow your tree, grow your tree. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Bring it back to your heart. Gently release your foot from your thigh or wherever it is. Bring it forward. And then hinge forward, warrior three. Toes point down, hips are squared. Breathe. Good. Warrior three, one more breath. Good. Exhale, right hand on the floor in front to the side or on a block. Turning yourself to your left side. Stack your shoulders. Bring your knees strong. Left arm up and turn your body. So eventually the shoulders and hips will be over each other. Lengthen out of your left leg. Find some energy. Breathe in, breathe out. Where your eye gaze goes is all dependent on your own balance, right? Any day is a given. One more breath. Good. Exhale, bring your left hand down, square your hips. Bring your right knee behind your right ankle, left knee, behind your right ankle, and have a seat on the floor. Straightening your bottom leg is an option always. Sitting on blocks is an option. Hug your shin, lift your chest up, inhale. And exhale, pulling your right hip towards the floor. One more breath. Release your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Then rotate and twist, hug, or bind outside the right thigh or inside and around. So you're drawing your knee to the left while it presses against your arm and your hip towards the floor. One more breath. Good. Look forward. Release your hands on either side of your right leg. Walk it up a little bit. Send your weight forward. A little quick standing split. And then together, top of the mat. Or middle of the mat, it's okay where you are. Lengthen your spine. Forward fold. Take your palm, flip it underneath your toes, wrap your big toe around your wrist. Right side then left side, look forward, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Send your weight forward into the balls of your feet. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale at the same time, release your hands to your hips. Rise up to stand. Once again, put your hands on your back, give yourself a little bit of a massage, and then lift your heart up, like you're being supported with a ball, a bolster underneath your back. And then rise back up. If you're not at the top of your mat, take a little walk to the top. Release your arms, Tadasana, mountain pose. Heart lifts. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, fold onto the floor, hands on floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, high plank. Choose your way to downward dog with a push-up, without a push-up, or with extra push-ups perhaps. Downward facing dog. Rise up onto your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. I'm going to just turn my mat a little bit. And jump yourself to the front and on the floor. So have your seat on the floor towards the front of your mat. Keep your blocks nearby. Stretch your legs out in front of you. And just adjust yourself. Grab everything back into order. I know I just moved myself around the room. So sit up and move one side and then the other. And lift yourself up. Grab a water if you need it. Take your feet as wide as the short edge of the mat. Flex your feet, so turn your toes towards your face. Walk your hands down by your knees. Walk them out until you first feel anything. Your hamstrings, your back, wherever you're feeling this. Keep your eye gaze steady forward, so don't turn your head down or up. Keep walking your fingers out if you have more space. Stop when you feel it, right? Stop at that first point of resistance again. And then walk out a little bit more. Some of you will be able to stay here. Some of you will take your peace finger grip around your toes. Look forward, inhale. And then lean forward, long spine, top of the head to the tailbone. Good. So this isn't about getting your head in between your legs, where it is half the time, right? For some of us. So keep your head elevated, keep your spine long, pull your heart forward, and hinge. One more breath. Inhale, lift up. Release your bind if you have it. Bring your right leg in like tree, like we just did, but your foot is a little bit angled out to the side. You can put a block under your knee if you feel pressure. Turn to your left side. Walk out over your left leg. Take your right hand to the outside of the left leg, foot, shin, wherever it is. Hold on against it. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Turn your torso to the left, and perhaps the left arm will come around and bind inside your right thigh. And then maybe the right ear. Now maybe the ear comes to the knee. Very good, guys. This is a great stretch. I love this. Try to avoid your left toes turning inward. Rather, keep them up. One more breath. Now, inhale, lengthen. If you're bound, release it. Come up to sitting up on your hips. Turn a little bit to your right side, left arm on the inside, right arm up and over. Reach. Now, using the arm on the inside of your leg, it gives you this availability, a little bit like traction to lift your torso and turn. And then the right arm is up overhead. Inhale, rise up. Fold over your right leg. Come back to center. Sit upright and do a little bit more of a twist for counter pose. Come back to your center. Right leg out. At the short edge of the mat, left leg comes in. So we're back in that tree position again. You could put a block under your knee or under your hips even. Turn towards your right foot, turn your toes up towards your face. Walk it out, stop a little bit, right before you get to your fullest extension. Take your left arm outside thigh, shin, foot. And if you have the space, right arm comes around behind you. Inhale. And exhale, bringing your left side to your knee. So maybe your ear gets there, maybe your chest gets there, wherever you are, you are. Release your arm, if it's bound. Place it on the inside of the right leg. Open up to your left side, left arm up, and perhaps over. Now I know there's some of you who can grab your toe with your left arm. Go for it if you have it, as long as the chest and torso stays open. Inhale up. Just fold over your left side. Your right hip can lift a little bit. And then come upright and just do the counter twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both legs out in front of you. Keep them wide, it's okay. Sit up tall again and adjust your flesh. Reach your fingers down by your knees. And then walk your hands till they're off the floor, palms facing each other. Shoulders back and down, legs stay very, very active. Bring your chin to your chest, pull your belly into your spine. Dig like your heels into the floor so your thighs are nice and strong and active, so that all you're working through is this roll down position. One vertebrae at a time, legs are still strong, 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 strong. Good, Etik, thanks. As you get down to the floor, release your arms over your head in the shape of a V, like your legs, and then let everything go. Relax your toes, relax your arms, relax your legs. Good, now bend your knees, place your feet on the floor so that your pinky toes are on the edge of the mat, so your legs are wide. Allow your knees to fold to your right side. Some of you will take your right ankle above your left knee and just allow the leg to come down. So just crossing the ankle will give you a little extra weight, but it's not going to be right for everybody, right? Now, if your ankle is crossed, keep it there. If not, everybody come back to center, right ankle above left knee, and walk your left leg underneath your hip. Take your right hand and just press the right leg open. So it's as if you're pushing the leg forward and down at the same time. Again, finding that space in the crease between your hip and your thigh, or your pelvis and your thigh. Now release your hand and cross the right leg all the way over the left. Shift your hips right, let your knees fall left. Anything you want to do with your arms or legs is open to you. Uncross the legs, come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Round and curl, head and shoulders come up, tight little ball. And lay your head back down on the floor. The pinky edges of your feet on the outer edges of your mat. Let the knees fall to the left side. If you like, the left leg can raise up on top. So it's the ankle right above the knee, right? Just that extra weight might give you a little extra release on the right side. If the ankles cross, keep it crossed. If not, come back to center, then cross the left ankle over the right knee. Take your left hand and gently press the leg away and down. So your arm will straighten and you'll open up that crease a little bit. Release some of the tension there. Inhale, release your hand, cross left leg over right, shift your hips left, let your knees fall to the right. Spinal twist. Anything you did on the other side, go for it. Uncross your legs before you come back to center. Hug your knees to your chest, round and curl. Lay your head down, happy baby pose. Grab the bottoms of the feet, big toe, outer foot, thighs. Keep your tailbone down on the floor. Maybe rock and massage your spine a little bit. Draw your knees together. Hold on to the top of your shin ankle. Place your feet to the floor. Hold on to the foot if you can. If not, just reach your hands towards your heels. So you're lengthening out of your arms. Tilt your pelvis. Point your pubic bone up to the sky. Don't turn your head as you inhale. Lift your hips up off the floor. Take a bridge. Roll one shoulder, then the other underneath you. Or take a block and support yourself, or support yourself with your hands. Anything you're comfortable with doing here is welcome. Pushing down through your feet, down through your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Make energy in the legs. Draw the heels back energetically. Pull the knees forward energetically. And if your arms are together, release them. Upper mid, lower back down to the floor. Turn your knees and toes in towards each other. Second and final back bend or bridge. So you can do the same thing you just did, go supported or not, or some of you will take a full wheel. So tilt your pelvis, lift your hips up, toes down, shoulders down. If you're taking full wheel, hands come by your shoulders, fingers point towards your shoulders, come lightly to the top of your head as you lift your body up off the floor. So these are choices that you choose to make in your practice, right? If you're working on one thing, work on it. When you're ready to come down, top of the head, upper, mid, lower back to the floor. One more time, hug your knees to your chest. Open the arms out to a T. One more time, spinal twist of your choice. Double wrap, one wrap, no wrap, legs out straight. And breathe. Inhale through center, up and over to the other side. Whatever you chose to do it again. Inhale to center. Big hug. Bring everything together. Breathe in. And on your exhale, let your legs come out to the front. Arms by your side. start to disconnect. Once again, letting go. For your final few moments of your practice, totally at ease, totally relaxed. Scan your body from head to toe. Notice any points of tension that may remain. Breathe into those spaces and let go. Use the mantra, let go. Inhale, let, exhale, go. Give yourself permission to let go. Invite you to stay longer in your Shavasana, so just turn off the sound if you want to stay, or just turn off the thoughts. Or begin to make your way back to the space and time, moving fingers and toes, wrists and ankles as you deepen your breath. Gently draw your knees to your chest, and take yourself onto either side. And then roll yourself up to seated. Come to a comfortable seat while I hand signal my husband. Bring your hands to your heart center. Bow your head. Give thanks to yourself for coming to the mat, for experiencing perhaps something new. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace to all. And now we honor each other. The beauty, the peace, the love, the light within, the goodness. Namaste. Satnam. Go in peace. Everybody have a wonderful day, weekend, week till I see you again. At home, stay fit, stay healthy. Get vaxxed, wear a mask.